And welcome to another GameItAll.com live podcast. My name is Lucas Grimm.
Hey, a Pina 25.
Your screen just went black for some reason.
What? Oh, I don't know. Did it come back?
No, it didn't. But anyways,
what? I can see you.
There we go. Now you're back. Okay, so it's live podcast, of course. So every week we're back here every Thursday, of course, bringing you all the news that we felt was important this week to actually sit down and talk about.
Yeah, all the awesome shit going on that we think is super bitchin', and we want to keep talking to you about the community.
So let's start off with a very Halloween-esque story. We're actually a week away from Halloween, which is crazy right now. But of course, Sony's sleeper hit Until Dawn may not be seeing any DLC anytime soon. That's something I wasn't too expecting of.
It's a horror game. Just play it. Be happy with what you got.
More or less. And the DLC that was provided with the pre-order wasn't much in storytelling at all. Like it was very stupid even. But
yeah,
moving on that, despite not having any DLC, there has been rumors of a VR movement where there was going to be a kind of an on-rails shooter version of Until Dawn. Now, Until Dawn is, as many of you may remember, was originally supposed to be released on PS3 as a Move exclusive, and then moved to the masterpiece that we saw right now. And honestly, so much better that way. But a VR DLC or expansion would be pretty cool to see. Now, during an Ask Me Anything with the developer Supermassive Games, they did say that they are working on a new game, possibly in the realms of an Until Dawn sequel. Now, of course, it's way too early in development to tell anything further on that. So yeah, if you enjoyed Until Dawn, you may be seeing some more from the developer fairly soon.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see. I can hear myself.
Let me turn down my volume here then.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, hopefully we'll see something at like E3 or something that they'll show, like a development build or something interesting.
That would be pretty sweet. Like Until Dawn is my sleeper hit of the year. I was not expecting anything from the title.
Yeah,
walked in.
It's classic B movie horror. Like it's like Friday the 13th or Halloween or something that's just super cheesy and awesome.
Now, Rock Band 4 has been selling pretty well, right?
Yeah, from what I can assume, because I haven't bought it because I didn't want to spend whoop-de-doo amount of money.
Yeah, I ran into the same problem with that. But it has been doing fairly well with both reviews and selling points at the moment here. Unfortunately, I don't have the full information for its pricing, well, how well it did. But there has been some interesting developments in the world of Amazon with a Harmonix employee going on to Amazon.com and rating Rock Band 4 5 stars. I don't know what to say on that one.
I don't know. It'd be bad if they would have made the game, but they didn't make the game, so I don't know. It's not as bad. They might be paying homage to what the game was, or something. I don't know. It looked kind of it made me giggle when I seen it.
Yeah. So Harmonix did officially come out about the reviews, saying that while we believe the reviews were posted by a few employees who were sincere and without ill intentions, as a studio, we believe that we don't believe these are the appropriate actions. We appreciate the feedback from the community and we take relationship with our fans seriously.
Yeah. Well, the employees could have been complete assholes and said it was terrible, yada yada yada, don't buy this because they didn't build the game. But it's all good that they gave them a 5 star, so it could have been worse. So could have been a lot worse.
That's true. It could have been, well, there could have been a bigger blow up, honestly, on it.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
now, E3,
last year, what?
E3, we were really excited about something at Bethesda and wasn't following.
Oh, yes. So, do you still have this when you were playing Wolfenstein? The damn card that came with it with your code for Alpha?
You know what? I tried signing up with my code and it did not work.
Damn it.
Yeah, so I'm a little pissed on that, but I will let it slide because as much as I am excited for Doom, I'm going to wait till the full game is out. Alphas are finicky with me.
Oh, I know. I will try to get mine to work, but we'll see.
Either way, we finally have release dates for the alpha.
Woo!
We are looking at when is it?
What?
It will
tomorrow?
Be starting tomorrow, October 23rd on Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and will be running at. Oh wow! It's actually in like 2 hours from now. So it starts at 12:01 Eastern time, and runs until October 25th Sunday at 11:59 p.m.
So in about an hour and a half and a minute.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, this is going to be pretty awesome. So Bethesda did outline a few things that were going to be set up in there. The alpha testers will be mainly playing a 6v6 team deathmatch on a map called Heatwave, and will suggest 6 weapons and 2 pieces of equipment. So you can either choose a preset loadout or build your own, which is awesome.
Yep.
And there'll be multiple game changer items on the map, which Bethesda outlined as a demon rune, a Gauss cannon, and quad damage and invisibility.
So pretty awesome looking power-ups.
Yeah, so this should be very, very interesting to see.
And especially from what they showed at E3 of just going, oh my god, it's Doom. It looks like it's going to be completely glorious.
Doom, like, I am probably most excited for Doom for next year. And, like, so far there hasn't been a whole lot more announced for next year.
Yeah, next year it's Doom and Uncharted.
Pretty much right now.
There'll be more, but it's Doom and Uncharted. I don't care.
Now,
and Far Cry.
Oh yeah, and Far Cry.
Okay. Excited for that.
Now, aside from Doom, another thing that I want to talk about here, I'm a fan of the Total War series. And Warhammer looks amazing. So the Total War Warhammer actually has a release date and some pre-order bonuses announced right now. So it's going to be the first in a epic. What the hell? I have a pen in my hand. An epic trilogy. And
it's going to be epic.
That will start April 23rd, 2016.
So get your PCs, your Linux boxes, and your Mac things.
So if you do pre-order, if you go to a retailer and pre-order, you'll be able to get the Chaos Warrior Race Pack, which includes 3 legendary lords and enable you to select the corrupt and powerful Chaos Warriors as the race in the grand campaign. So in other words, you're pretty much, if you pre-order, you will get an extra bit of campaign. So a few side missions as the Chaos Legion.
It's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. There's also a High King edition of the game, which will be an extremely limited run. They didn't say how many will be available, but that includes a lot of stuff. Honestly, there's several new items, including like a art book and various like DLC on there. I will have this all updated on the website when after this podcast here as well. But
So essentially, it's worth the money.
yeah, it looks like it'll be worth the money if you're getting that. Plus, like I said, the Chaos Warrior pack. If you're a Chaos fan, you're gonna want that pack.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Total War Warhammer. Just looks amazing. Like everything I've seen of it, I want this in my hands right now.
Yeah, but you have a limitation right there, buddy.
I do have a very big.
You have $1,000 limitation.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
But yeah.
Silence. So let's talk about something a little bit random. We don't talk about Pokemon enough on the podcast, I feel.
All about the Pokemon. Love Pokemon. It's a good chunk of my childhood.
So there's a couple of different things with Pokemon, both coming straight from Japan. Now, if you're a fan of Pokemon in Japan, you might be able to get to visit the real world Pokemon gym. So it has been created as a hands-on edutainment facility, and will be opening in Osaka on November 19th. Now, it's called the Pokemon Expo Gym. Inside, and pretty much what it will be is that it'll be a fan-run, I'm not saying this right at all. I didn't have enough beer before the podcast, I think. But so fans can actually go into the gym, battle, trade with other Pokemon fans, also play the Pokemon arcade training games, which include Charizard's Battle Coliseum, Gardevoir's Control Score. So these are little like mini games that you get to play in the actual gym. So it's a little fun entertainment facility for the whole family based on Pokemon. So no news on that. You have to go in and beat gym leaders and collect badges or anything like that, though. It's kind of sad.
They just need to make a new Pokemon Coliseum game.
That'd be great, honestly. I would love that.
That would sell the Wii U. You know?
You know what might not sell the Wii U?
What?
Pokken Tournament.
Oh my god.
So, I was excited for Pokken Tournament. Like, honestly, I'm still somewhat but
there's a but.
Pulled from Japanese arcades. And the sole reason why is that it's not making any money. Apparently, Japanese gamers have found the game being too easy. There's only mentioning stuff about only 10 characters, no bosses, and just overall being boring. Even some gone so far on Twitter to call it, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Kusog, which, according to a few sites, have translated as a shit game. So,
who made it?
That was Bandai Namco, the same team behind.
Well, there's a problem. They should have just sent it to Capcom, and then Capcom would have sent it to Street Fighter team, and then we would have had this problem. Or they could also send it to Arc System Works. They could have also sent it to.
But the Tekken team is good, especially if you're making a 3D brawler like you're doing there. The problem is what they wanted to do was to bring people in that were not fighting game fans and more of a Pokemon related fan, which put the game in a horrible middle spot. So like
that was the idea.
fighting game fans, it's right there.
That's what Super Smash Bros. Super Smash was for the soft core, not hardcore fighting audience. Was just for the basic people.
Pretty much.
So I don't know. They just need to like make it harder.
So one of the big popular Japanese arcades, Fantasia Arcade in Kukashiki City, is the first to remove it. They're removing it next month, and that's mainly because the game has gone red. It's not making enough money to pay for the expensive cabinet and its special controller. So that's another problem there. Aside from that, Destructoid also put up a preview of the arcade version, saying that they were able to play the game on 1 credit for 45 minutes.
What?
And with direct versus games coming up to about 5 minutes.
Oh.
So that's mainly your reason why you're not making any money right there. It's way too easy. You're able to blast through it for like on 1 credit for 45 minutes. That's ridiculous.
You'd think they just like bring some engineer in or someone in to put a patch in to like up the difficulty level.
You would say that would be the easiest way to fix it, but yeah.
Because people love Pokemon, but wasn't meant to be.
It's just really, really difficult to sell, apparently. But you never know. It could see some new life on the Wii U. That's at least what Nintendo's hoping for.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just it. People in the idea of home, they don't want something that's super hard for people that are super casual gamers. They want something super simple that's easy to pick up and play.
So we really should have talked about this earlier, like on our second segment there.
I know. Should have. Yeah.
Yeah, I just forgot I had that on the list and didn't move it up. But Rock Band 4 will be getting a song import pack for Rock Band 3. That will be coming soon. Unfortunately, they didn't say when that is, but we do have a price. So the price...
they want it out by December 8th.
Ah, okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's...
But the only problem is they want your money like every other time. You need to give them $14.99.
So yeah, they want $14.99, and you must be a verified purchaser. So verified purchaser means that you will have to actually sign in to your PS3 and download the songs. Which is ridiculous, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Unless things change, that is going to be the way that it's put in at this time. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, yeah, you can still just buy Rock Band 3 off the marketplace right now, which includes the 83 tracks for the song or for the game. And it's only or if you already have...
There's a but. They're getting rid of it on October 30th on the Xbox Live Marketplace, and it's already gone on the PSN.
So, in other words, if you're an Xbox owner and you want this and you don't have it yet, get it now because it will be gone next week.
Yeah, you have less than a week to get it, and if you're on the Sony platform, you are essentially screwed.
Try to find your local EB, GameSpot, whatever, and get that found and bought and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like
Just sounds like a big old hassle.
I'm adding S's to every word I'm saying for some reason.
Yeah. No, this whole deal of adding the songs just sounds like a big old freaking hassle that I'm like, no. No.
If you're a hardcore rock band fan, you're probably going to want to do that.
Oh, I know. I do know some people.
Already.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do have all the damn discs. They're right beside me, but still sounds like a big old hassle. But yes, I do know people that bought all the damn DLC when the games were relevant. So
BlizzCon's coming up.
BlizzCon!
And of course, we're excited to see more information about everything Blizzard, including
Overwatch,
of course, Overwatch and the upcoming finale to StarCraft 2. But if you're going to be at BlizzCon, you're going to have one hell of a rock show coming, as Linkin Park will be performing at will close out BlizzCon 2015. Blizzard has said it's going to be a killer rock show. And so that is going to be an interesting way to see that. I'm not a big Linkin Park fan as of late, so it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to be.
Yeah, but the their tickets are long gone. Surprise, surprise. But you could be one of the lucky few to still go buy a virtual BlizzCon ticket, which is $40 to stream the concert.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, I think.
I'm like, I'm not spending $40 to watch essentially a stream on my computer. No.
Now, do you want to feel old?
How old?
About like 15 years older than you feel like you should.
Okay.
Hybrid Theory, it has come out 15 years ago.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. That
yeah.
I do enjoy old Linkin Park. I'll listen to it from time to time, but 15 years ago does not feel like it's been that long.
Oh, it has. But yeah, no, just wait. They're gonna finish this StarCraft 2. And then we're going to be talking about StarCraft 3 for like 15 years, 12 years. And then they'll release StarCraft 3 Part 1 of the six-part series.
That'll be awesome.
Oh, I know.
Warcraft 4 is what I'm calling. Well,
yeah, because they haven't done
Overwatch, of course.
Yeah, because they haven't done Warcraft 4 in they haven't done Warcraft in forever.
Like a true Warcraft, like none of this MMO bullshit.
No. Complete top down, yeah, click with your mouse, and classic Warcraft. Not no world, just basic single player Warcraft. Oh my God, it's my favorite company to hate. Let's talk Konami.
Oh, God, here we go. So I haven't really been talking a whole lot on the website about the whole Kojima, Konami mix-up, dealing, whatever. I mention it in passing every so often, especially when regarding to Silent Hill and PT. But now we're at the bread and butter. It's the final step. Kojima's leaving Konami. We all know this.
Final countdown.
Except Konami doesn't want to believe it.
It's a terrible breakup. I love it.
It's a horrible breakup. Konami has come out and stated, after it's been confirmed that Kojima is leaving the company.
His last date was a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, and he left, 29 years on the job, and Konami puts out a statement saying, oh yeah, he's just on vacation. All is good. He'll be coming back. Bullshit.
This is what is going on here? There's been a mystery going away party. There, even says there's been even a tweet saying, here's a photograph of Kojima's farewell party on October 9th at Konami, which Konami claims no knowledge of. So, what the hell is going on here?
It's crazy ex syndrome. Crazy ex-girlfriend syndrome. That's what the problem is. They crazy.
Has Konami realized what they've done and are trying to do a repair, or is it like gone so far off the deep end that they're like, oh yeah, no, he'll be back, and then we find out that he moves to Activision to make the next Call of Duty game?
Oh, that'd be bad. No, tactical espionage, Call of Duty. That'd be awesome.
I swear to God, if that does happen, I am not going to do any more April Fool's jokes because I'm so far 2 for 3, which I do not like.
But yeah, he needs to. It'd be super awesome if he'd go to Microsoft, EA, or something, some big thing. Or he could go to
wherever Kojima's going to go. We're probably going to end up buying his game.
Yeah. Ooh, he could join Suda. Some sort of like messed up, bizarre, like he could go to Marvelous.
That would ruin my poor little brain, because then you'd have if he joined Marvelous and Grasshopper Studios, then
it'd be beautiful and it'd be fucked up all at the same time.
Suda 51, Hideo Kojima, and Akira Yamaoka. Oh dear God!
And they'd probably get Del Toro to come in and do something with them, because he's got his links to Del Toro.
I hate you right now. I hate you. I hate you. You son of a bitch. What the hell? Don't place this hope in my.
Well, you never know. You never know. He could go to Nintendo and turn Nintendo around.
That could be a possibility, since Kojima and Miyamoto are really good friends.
Well, yeah, and when they were building whatchamacallit, Smash Bros, he wanted Solid Snake to be in the damn game.
That's true, and they put him in for the edition. Mm-hmm. So let's move on. Let's talk about something that I've been super excited to see, and that is Yakuza 5. It's finally coming over to North America. We were confirmed that last year at the PlayStation Experience, which is happening again in December. But, of course, focus on this one. So this is one of the few games to ever get a 40 out of 40 from Famitsu. And, of course, I'm a huge fan of the Yakuza series in general. We're finally going to get that. It's coming next month, sometime mid-November. So, and that's if all things go as scheduled. Now, Sega even went as far as stated as of why it took so long. And that included that the main reason is that the subtitles were screwing up. If going back to really focusing on what it is. Without getting too technical, there were just certain parts that didn't like switching the Japanese text out for English. We actually had to search through the source code to find a fix, taking more time than we expected. But everything is more or less back on track. Once we have the details beyond just November, we'll make sure to share them. That is what Sega posted in their blog posts. So, originally, Yakuza 5 was released in 2012. Fuck's sake, Sega.
A whole 3 years ago. 3!
It took a whole 3 years to finally get here. It is only going to be on PS3. And it is available for PSN download right now. Pre-orders will be $34. After that, it will be $40.
Still worth the $40.
Still worth the $40. I mean, easily. That is easily. And I would easily pay $34 pre-order for that game.
So if you've loved all the other ones, get your hands on a pre-order, biatch.
I can guarantee you, like, I don't touch my PS3 too much often now. that will be like the moment that's out. I will download it. I will play through that
So your
because
PS4 will get dusty.
my PS4 will get dusty for a little bit. Except for
It will be.
now,
Uh,
uh, Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
Yes.
I love Guilty Gear. I'm a big fan of its story, even though I don't realize half the time how messed up it is. Now, I say that with a special cue to one of my favorite characters, Dizzy. She's a half gear, half human protagonist. Well, I don't even know what to call her because she was a boss in Guilty Gear X and now a major protagonist. But yes, Guilty Gear, especially Zerd, the third Guilty Gear, did not have Dizzy, and that disappointed me, especially since she's such a big part of the story. Luckily, Arc System Works is fixing that. Thanks to a major polling, Dizzy is coming back to to the
Game.
to the home version of the game. Thank you. Coming to the home version of the game of Guilty Gear Zerd Revelator. And she will be joining another fan favorite, Jam and Johnny, as well as the newcomer Jack O. Now, Dizzy did appear in Zerd as a story character, but she wasn't playable. In fact, she was replaced by her son, Sin. So yeah. And the whole reason, I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here. The whole reason why I find that character so, like, I like her character. She's fun to play because she has range, close, like, she controls the screen. But her story is just so fucked up, especially since I didn't really play much of Guilty Gear 2, the Dynasty Warriors-esque MOBA game that came out on the 360. The face that you're making is just great. No, Guilty Gear 2, I played it once. It's a MOBA game. It's 100% MOBA.
But Guilty Gears, it's side scroller fighting.
No, but Guilty Gear 2 is we're gonna throw you in a 3D map with all the as Sin, Soul, Kai, and like 3 other guys. And you're just gonna go through this MOBA-like map with monsters coming at you to destroy your base, while you go destroy their base and kill their hero. It is 100%. Amazing. It was a MOBA before League of Legends was.
That sounds awesome.
It should sound awesome. It's not that great.
Damn it!
Despite having like a Dynasty Warriors-esque gameplay to it.
Yeah, and Dynasty Warriors got old quick.
But here's the thing. You find out, spoiler alert for some people, you find out that Sin Kisuke is Kai Kisuke's son, who he had with Dizzy. Now, when you meet Dizzy in Guilty Gear XX, the second Guilty Gear, 2D Guilty Gear, she is 3 years old. So, Kai's a pedophile, I think. You have nothing to say on that.
I'm not saying anything. We don't. Warning: we don't support pedophiles. We don't support anything to do with it.
Then again,
yeah.
So that's apparently a 3-year-old.
I'm the Japanese. They're a classy people. I don't know.
So yeah, that's
keep it classy.
Keep it classy.
Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, let's move on to something that pissed you off.
Sci-fi. You make 3 Sharknado movies, and then you cancel one of the best sci-fi apocalyptic shows to come out from your station.
But wait. Stop right there. Tara Reid was in Sharknado.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Ew, dude. Ew. Come on. But
continue.
Like, Sci-Fi has officially canceled Defiance. I'm trying to find a good description of the show for people who haven't watched it. It is a post-apocalyptic TV series where aliens come to Earth and terraform, and a huge war comes between the 7 different species of the aliens and the humans, and they pretty much shit goes down, and there's a city called Defiance, and people are trying to protect it. So yeah, really it's St. Louis, but moving on. Now, after 3 seasons, they have canceled out the show. Luckily, season 3 did end on what felt like a finale finisher. So that is good. At least there's a story wrapped up.
Yeah, they actually finished it. They didn't just cut it off and go, where's the next episode? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, we're not seeing Firefly or anything like that in this.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like, Firefly only had half a season, and they didn't show a couple episodes, and that was a piss off.
Yeah.
But this, you got 3 seasons of content plus the game on top of it.
Yeah, and also season 2 was absolutely amazing. So that's completely worth it right there. Now, the game, because Defiance was a unique twist. We didn't think Defiance was going to work in terms of...
Oh my god, I was livid when I first heard about it. I was like, this is complete bullshit. This is wrong. Because they had a $180 collector's edition, and I was like, what?
Yeah, aside from that, this was the first time a TV show and a game were released together, and they were supposed to interact with each other. Defiance,
yes,
we thought that was going to fail at first.
Like, first week, boom.
And boy, fucking A, they proved us wrong. Defiance, both in game and show, ended up being great. Now, Defiance in game did lose some subscribers, which saw the movement to a free-to-play method, and that actually boosted it back up again.
Yeah, because then they brought it down to, They
made it accessible. Their whole campaign slogan was now safe for wallets instead of not safe.
Well, and the first thing was there was no subscription. It wasn't a subscription-based MMO at the beginning. It was just buy the game and you're good.
Buy the game, you're good. If you want to use money to make your character evolve faster, or buy super specialty weapons,
or vehicles,
which weren't as strong or faster than stuff you could have found out in the wasteland. But it was just awesome. It worked really well. And also the episode missions were great because it followed what happened on that TV show that week and moved it into the game. Like, I remember after the first season, there's one of the major characters or creatures in the game is a bug called the Hellbug. It's a really grotesque looking insect. Now, the town of Defiance in that week was overwhelmed with hellbugs. And with that, it carried over into the game where you had a character who had the hellbug perfume or pheromone, and you had to get that back from her. So the missions carried over, and it worked perfectly. It wasn't the exact story. It carried over as a new concept to build on the world. So I'm glad that happened. It was great. And it's going to be sad that we're not going to see any TV episodes in the game. But we're glad that Tyrone Worlds will keep Defiance up and running. So they've actually made good on their promise. Last season, season 2, they had stated that it was possibly not going to be able to come back. And if that was ever the case, if the show ever got canceled, they will continue the game. So if you were a fan of Defiance, the TV show, and you're not already in the game, if you want to continue the whole experience, the game is right there. San Francisco Bay is open. Go and liberate it for your humans or Voltan brethren.
Jesus Christ. What else is there this week? So you good with your rant of Defiance?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so we had a very big, important day yesterday.
And what's that?
Very big. It was Back to the Future 2 Day.
Oh yes, Back to the Future 2
We
Day.
made it. It was October 21st.
The actual official day that Marty McFly makes it to 2015, makes it into the future. So now everything that Back to the Future is done in the past.
And we don't have half the shit that they have.
Half the shit that they listed. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Nike was wrong. They're releasing the shoes next year. But Lexus does have the hoverboard, but it's only 10 grand. Can you afford it? Can we afford it? No. And flying cars? No.
So not happening. So yeah. That is a big disappointment.
But we made it to 2015, October 21st, like the movie said we would.
Yeah, so that at least we all survived.
And there's no Wild Gunman, the arcade game, anymore. Sad. But yeah.
So, other thing that we want to go through here is the new releases. We have a couple big titles this week. Finally.
Yes.
So
we have come to the release season. Woo!
Yeah, release season is now upon us. So tomorrow even we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate that's coming. That's apparently reviews are already in for it. And
oh my God.
It's doing very well. High 8s, high 9s.
Yeah, it's the first Assassin's Creed game in a long time that most reviewers are saying it brought the fun back. It's actually fun to play. It's not tedious or broken like last year. So go check it out. If you really enjoyed Assassin's Creed, it's supposedly one to look out for.
So for next week, so this is the week of Sunday, October 25th to Saturday, October 31st, Halloween. We have Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. I'm not saying that right.
Definitive.
It's Definitive.
Definitive.
Deathinitive. So there's Definitive in it.
So it's like Mortal Kombat with a K.
Exactly. Except
because it's combat.
So we also have Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, WWE 2K16, all coming out on October 27th. Oh, hey, there's another big title coming out that day. Something along the lines of Halo 5 Guardians. The big title for the Xbox One this year.
Microsoft wants your money.
Microsoft wants your money. We're going to find out the fate of Master Chief as he goes up against Agent Locke and Team Osiris, which includes good old Nathan Fillion as Buck, one of my favorite characters from ODST. Now, aside from that, also that week we have a port for the PC of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 V Generation. So yeah, that was actually a really fun game anyways. I recommend it. We nominated it last year for Best PSP, I think it was, or was it Best
something like that?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't remember now. We gave it a decent release on that one. But yeah, V Generation, it's awesome. It's going to be followed up with a sequel later. I don't know when that's going to be coming out at this point in time. No official release. But yeah. Oh, also, one thing that I didn't notice that came out earlier this week, or earlier this month anyways, the Back to the Future games from Telltale actually got put on for PS4 and Xbox One. So all those are available at this point as well. Speaking of Back to the Future. So yeah, that covers the releases of this week. We're getting into November, which is going to be a big month, especially for the first half of it. And yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. Like, just looking at the stuff that we have for November, not including the big titles that we already know is coming, like Fallout and Need for Speed. There was and StarCraft. There's several games that a lot of people are very interested in. We have a Deadpool re-release, Mario Tennis, Call of Duty, of course, Yokai Watch, which is going to be another big one. So even the games that would be the smaller releases in that month is high up on the list of people will want to play these.
Well, yeah, we're getting so much stuff next month, and it's just gonna be ridiculous. But I don't care. I'm playing Fallout, so I couldn't frankly give a flying about anything else. It's all about Fallout.
That's true. It's all about Fallout this month. So that's everything that I had for the news today. We still have 20 minutes left. Holy shit.
Yeah, this week was slow. But yeah.
So
I don't know.
I want to talk about something then.
What? Bananas?
No, I don't want to talk about bananas.
But
the shit's bananas, but I don't want to talk about it.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
Fatal Frame. So I haven't got to play Fatal Frame 5 yet, mainly because it's digital only and on Wii U that I don't have yet.
You're lacking hardware and it's digital.
I'm lacking the hardware and it's digital only, which sucks because I want to give Nintendo my money for it. Although at the same time, there's something a little off with Fallout. Without, you know what? I haven't had enough of this. This is why I'm stuttering. This is why I'm mixing up my words. Usually when I'm on the podcast, the beer helps. It gets all my information together. Everything works.
What? Last week I had a talking dog.
No, last week you had one too much.
I had a talking dog. It was awesome. I can have a talking penguin.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Fatal Frame? You don't have a Wii U, and you're sad.
There was a couple things with Fatal Frame 5. So there's a few costumes in the game, so you would expect this from a company, especially like Temco Koei or Koei Temco, whatever way that's mixed up. But when you're playing that game, there's after you get through some certain conditions, you unlock swimsuits. It happens. It's extra DLC, or not even DLC. It's extra costumes. Those costumes are not in the Fatal Frame 5 copy, the North American Fatal Frame. It is instead replaced with a Zero Suit Samus costume and
Nintendo.
And a Princess Zelda costume.
Oh, Nintendo.
Now, honestly, to me, doesn't really matter.
No Princess Peach?
No Princess Peach costume.
That's weird.
Ayami has that. Is that Ayami? I don't remember her name now. Wow, the
That's weird.
Not helping.
So it's like, Nintendo, you bastards!
Well, to me, it doesn't really matter that much because I usually don't go back through playing with the seductive costumes as, it's all right for some games, but
it's not a big enough unlockable that I'd want to replay the game just because of the unlockable.
Exactly. So, but the whole problem is that the internet kind of blew up on that. Is calling it a censorization of the game. Yet, meanwhile, we have ghosts that slit their own throats and various different stuff that probably would have been better off censored if you were going to censor the game right there. Why do you have to take out the costume? So that is the big problem. Nintendo's trying to keep their family-friendly image on an M-rated game.
Sex is not good. There you go. Violence and sadistic twistedness, that's all good. But when you put sex into the equation, that's bad.
That's possible.
Think about it. That's usually what happens. Americans are fine with mass amounts of violence and torture and craziness. Once you put sex into it, no, that's bad.
That's awful. That's awful. Just no. I will let you chainsaw that person in half, but the minute you start having sex with its corpse,
that's gone too far.
That has gone too far, actually.
That's wrong. But you know what I mean? That's totally true. You have censorship on sex, but if you have violence or gunplay or mass, such as Manhunt, that's cool.
Speaking of which,
because you had Manhunt 2 on the Wii.
They had Manhunt 2 on the Wii, and that was heavily censored. That was one that I would say, what the fuck, guys? But then again, because I felt like I had to replace the psychedelic images that were given to me with what was happening there in my own mind. Because all you could hear was the hacking and slashing sounds. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It felt like that was awful. That was just plainly awful. It killed the game.
But
then again, so did its story. But
violence is okay. Sex is bad. That's
actually, you know what? I should throw Manhunt up or Manhunt 2 for my reviews for Halloween. Because I am working on that right now. I have a couple of them done already, actually. So I currently have actually, no, I'm not going to say what I have right now because fuck, surprise for everybody who goes to the site. What the hell?
Surprise, motherfucker!
I can say one other thing. I am working on another review that's going to be up tomorrow or late tomorrow. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. aside from the fact that it's actually one of our first review copy games.
So you will see it tomorrow when it gets posted up on the site.
Yeah, and it is
Pretty much.
actually a pretty decent game. I will say that's all I can say.
Pretty much.
Now that's because that's giving away too much of what I'm trying to say about it.
So that's enough. No more. But yeah.
Stop coaxing me into like telling you more, because that's not going to happen.
What? I already know more.
You do.
I was there at the developers meeting. So yeah. I don't know. Anything else?
Well, I actually updated the site quite a bit. This like back end information. Oh, let's talk about the site and a bit of future stuff for the site too, because we had a discussion last week. I wanted to move over to the podcast as well, so that people know what the fuck we're doing.
Oh, of like my future plans, or
yeah, your future plans for the site. Some.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to go into most of them.
Well, okay.
But I just want to mention first off, I had a big update that I did to the site of our policy. Now, of course, I'm doing this. I did a policy report because we got our first review copy from a company. That was a big thing. I realized I didn't have a policy report. What I did is we have it included that any video games we get that we review it from any method, we will have to state where we got the review. So if it's if I say rented it from Game Access, for example, by the way, great guys. If you
there's our pledge. They'd be awesome.
If I get my copy from Game Access, I will state that I had rented it from Game Access, and you can check it out here. If I purchased it myself, I will state in the review now that it was purchased. Here is, like, I have actually bought this copy. If I do get it from a review, it will be that it has been provided by the developer.
Such and such.
So yeah, that is a basic thing. Also, various little things that make it look that, especially make it so that we are not
shady,
ethically shady, because we're not. We don't want to be ethically shady. We don't want to be people like that. So it also mentioned anything about having sponsors, any information like that. That's all covered right into that policy statement. Pretty much.
So, yeah.
The too long didn't read is, even if somebody sends us anything, we will not use that to bend the review.
Yeah, we will give them the honest review that they deserve.
If what we put on the review is what we thought of the actual game, there's no bending on that. You want us to promote it? Sure, but once the review comes, if it's crap, well, there you go.
It's complete crap. If it's a complete piece of shit that should just go die in a fire, yeah.
Yeah, like if you asked me to promote Ride to Hell, for example, sure. You give me an interview with Ride to Hell or with the developers or the people, whatever. Sure, fine. If
we'll talk about them, but
if you want, I don't even remember who publishes it anymore. I remember it was Deep Silver, but like actually who made it,
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't even want to know, because I'd hate to see the list of saying that they actually made a good game, because it would actually hurt my opinion of that game, of the good game, not Ride to Hell. Ride to Hell will always have a 1 in my book.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you could do all that stuff. You could give us interviews, time to actually test it, and time to promote it and stuff like that. But when it comes down to the actual review, if it was as broken and bad as Ride to Hell was, I will straight up say that it was broken and god fucking awful.
They made Pimp My Ride for the PS2.
You know what? That doesn't affect me.
And Big Mother Trucker.
My ride game for the PS2, really?
Yep, PS2 and Xbox 360. They also did. Oh my God, they made NASCAR 14. Yeah.
What? What? That was Pimp My Ride game for PS2 and Xbox 360?
Yeah, it came out in 2006. It was probably one of the launch titles for the 360.
What the fuck? What? My mind can't grasp that. Like,
I don't know.
Anyways, let's move on to some of your shit, man.
Okay. So I am going to continue. I'm going to start building on our YouTube channel. So we're going to start making some new, different TV shows and different ideas of new video production that we want to make, new different shows on top of our podcast, our weekly podcast. So we are going to have a PC podcast that's more on the lines of like actual hardware. So I'll have like a video card or a motherboard going, this shit's awesome. And we'll have a couple of our other guys like Adelaris and a couple other people to come onto the podcast for the PC stuff. So that'll be something that we'll be building on.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get that up first and foremost. That one is kind of up in my priority list.
Yes, and it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. And and we'll be able to talk about like awesome shit like water cooling or overclocking or form factor PCs, like smaller ones like mini ITX or something awesome, and new stuff that's going on in the PC, like the computer industry. So we'll probably be calling it Tech It All. So I think that was the name we were might be going with, but that's one of the first shows we'll be developing pretty soon, hopefully. One of the other shows that I want to make, because everyone loves game fails, companies that fails, or games that crapped out, or awesome stuff that just did not go well. So this new show that we're going to be hopefully starting will be Why the Shit Did It Fail? And it's going to be us examining why a game company, a device, or a console failed, and what were the reasons, what was the driving factors of it failing, and everything else around it. And some of the things we'll be talking about will be like 1983 with the crash, or different consoles such as like the Virtual Boy, or the Saturn or the Dreamcast, and some games like Ride to Hell. We'll have a whole episode on Ride to Hell, or Duke Nukem Forever, or Daikatana, or something.
You know what? I won't be part of that Ride to Hell because of the rage issues that I will have.
No, that will be me, and I will be dressed up as Easy Rider. We'll have props and everything. And just different episodes about different things, about why did it fail and why we thought, Oh, and also Shaq Fu. We're doing Shaq Fu.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have to. So, yeah, so that's definitely one of the other ones that we wanted to produce. Also wanted to do a more of a review focus on the Humble Bundles.
Yes.
Which are going to be little reviews based on the current running Humble Bundle, which it would have been great to start it this week because it would have been easy to do. It would have been the Capcom bundle.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that would have been easy to do.
And yeah, we'll be able to talk about all the different games in the bundles and, give them a score of each game and a final score of the whole bundle itself, of how awesome the whole bundle is.
Yeah, so that's something that we're going to look into as well, because, of course, everyone loves the Humble Bundles. They're great. They're, good charity work.
And it's an amazing value that you can get a whole whack of games for under $10.
Exactly.
So, and another show that I'm planning on doing is the retro show. So, Game It All Retro, which will be essentially short, like 10 minutes or less videos about old games that I thought were awesome, such as on starting from like the Atari 2600 to the PS2, up to the PS2, and games that really defined uh, the gaming genre, or awesome games from way back in the day that, you know, changed ideas or were revolutionary. Or as a child, I went, that's awesome. I want that for Christmas. That's all I want. And then I play for like a month. And, you know, like games like Super Mario Bros. Or Duck Hunt or Legend of Zelda or Mega Man or Earthworm Jim or Earthbound or Castlevania or something like that. And just talking about, you know, the game and playing a bit of the game, recording a bit of video and talking about the game and who made it and all these different things.
Yeah, so that's, all four of those are going to be something that you can look forward from our channel in the near future. We do have more, but we're still working on some.
And also video reviews. I want to start video reviews also.
That too, yeah, of course. And yeah, we're going to try to do more reviews on the website as well. So our review system, of course, will still be in play, especially on those reviews as well.
Yep.
And we'll still have a lot more updates to the website as well. Really going to be pushing a lot more content within the next month in this case. So yeah,
the plan is to start recording a lot more content for on my side for the whole our YouTube channel. So, yep, it'll be pretty exciting, and we'll probably have some special stuff also along the way.
So yeah, and I think that is it for tonight. It's felt like a really quick podcast for once.
Yeah, it was a lot of the news was quick because we didn't have much to talk about, and it was a lot of like we didn't go out on a tangent except for Defiance and
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
Called Kai a pedophile.
Well, there was underlying circumstances, but yes.
Well, circumstances, but yeah, so fuck it.
But I'm very excited for what's coming out for Assassin's Creed this week, and I'm very excited for upgrading the site and making our site a lot more fatter.
Yeah, definitely. Like we definitely want to expand, start going out a bit more on that. I want to move on to other stuff too, like with both, like as you said, you want to do the PC podcast. I want to expand on a anime and movie feel. And we
were talking about maybe like something about board games and Magic.
Yeah,
and
board games, Magic, Dungeons and Dragons style, and like really expand that way as well. So we really
nerd.
Yeah, we really want to go all nerd on us and just expand everything, because honestly, that sounds great to me. It sounds like something that will really expand and blow up with us.
And also, our other podcast that we want to start, we are going to do Game It All, Shoot the Shit. We just sit around and talk about crap.
I like that one better, because we originally were just going to say talking shit, but shoot the shit.
Game It All, Shoot the Shit.
Podcast.
We will be sitting on a couch. It will not be like this. We'll be all in a damn room, and we'll be talking on the damn couch with a fucking camera, and we'll have boom mics, and it'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah, so once that should be coming in the near future. Hopefully it doesn't take 2 years like the last fucking time I said that. But yeah, no, that will be in the near future.
We'll have a bunch of beers and we'll talk about the different things about what's going on and what we think's awesome and just whatever.
Exactly. So pretty much it'd be our last segment of the podcast without all the news and stuff. And yeah, everyone's sitting on the couch.
Yeah, and it'll be pretty awesome. we'll probably do that like once a month sort of thing.
Yeah, it'd be a very special podcast on that one.
Yeah. But we'll start compiling new content and building on the site and building on our YouTubes and other things.
So if you have an idea for us, or if you want to talk about anything particular, you can always, of course, leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Visit our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all those lovely stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a PS4 community now. So if you look for GameItAll.com PS4 community on your PS4, you'll be able to find us and join us.
I have my one comment. Aren't we fancy, Mister? Oh, next gen. Whoop whoop.
Ooh, next gen. Yeah. No, but seriously, take a look at our page. It'll pretty much be just updates on our Twitch streams and podcasts that are coming up.
Yep. So go check that out if you are in the lucky few that have a PS4.
Also, if you want to join in on any one of our random chances we're playing multiplayer, that's probably a good place to start as well.
Yeah, too. So awesome. Lots of awesome shit coming down. And also, in a month and a half, or almost 2 months, we are having Game of the Year.
Game of the Year, almost 2 months away, yeah. So we will definitely have a special podcast for that.
For just Game of the Year, and it's going to be
just Game of the Year.
Awesome.
Well, anything comes out, like you could say that Kojima ends up working for Activision, or whatever big breaking news that comes out that time, and we will ignore it on that podcast for Game of the Year.
No. If Kojima goes to work for Nintendo, we cannot ignore that shit.
Okay, yeah, that may be an exception. That is the only exception to the rule.
So yeah,
we for the GameItAll.com live podcast. My name is Lucas Grimm.
Hey, I'm Pino25.
And thank you all for watching.